What's going on, everybody? We are live. That's right, we're live. And I'm here with John, the Star Wars dad. And we're about to take it to politics. What's going on, John? How you doing, my brother?
I'm tired. It's been a long week, but dude, we got a lot of news to cover and we got a lot of liberal tears to be able to, lick up right now. So,
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And so far, people have been joining in. Let's give them a good maybe 2 minutes to join in. We got three watching now. What's up, guys? How you doing? Well, I'm just actually going to say that I just may get flagged or strike stricken or however the fuck you want to put it, but it just may happen simply because we're gonna go in and they're trying to silence everyone that's gonna speak and say whatever they're going to say freely. So it just may be that my channel just might catch a strike, or two, depending on the soy based people that are listening right now. But otherwise than that, man, I hope everybody's good. Peace to my man Hybrid 95. What's going on, my brother? No doubt. Hit the like, definitely hit that like button. Okay, well, I've got correction. We've got a list of all of these Democrats that need correction and need to be called out. And we're gonna go down the list, me and John. And we're going to tell you exactly why they're bad for the United States of America, why these people should be considered traitors to the United States of America, and exactly why they should also be considered terrorists, okay? And a huge threat to us. And they shouldn't even be considered Americans. Now, the first one I would like to start off with is Cory Booker, okay? Moth ball in the head, Cory Booker. Now, of course, he's talking reparations, right? You know, he, this guy doesn't actually know exactly what he wants in life. He doesn't know exactly what he wants to do. As he speaks reparations and speaks for the Black Americans and is trying to stand up for everyone that's an African American, right? But at the same time, now in the standards of certain African Americans, being married to a white woman or having a white girlfriend would consider you a coon or a sellout, if I'm not mistaken. But at the same time, you guys have nothing to worry about because, of course, Cory Booker is gay. Reason is because it's already been covered out in the news that someone came out and said that he groped him in the bathroom. You heard about that, John?
yeah, yeah. Um, I, my opinion, I think Cory Booker's just a pervert, waiting to come out. This is a man that flip flops, more than the shoes that I actually wear on my feet. He has no real stance on anything other than socialism itself. Let's gain more power to the government and take everything away from you where, we can dictate what your life is going to be. Because he's even tried to completely make everybody vegan in the state of New York.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, this man, he's he's not a man. He has no real stance on anything.
Right.
Um, all we know about the man is that he's a huge SJW, and but he has no idea what the hell he's fighting for.
No fucking idea whatsoever. No idea whatsoever. And then that thing with the Spartacus moment. Well, buddy, let me tell you something. You're a sellout to the red, white, and blue. You cannot speak for any of the young men and women that are serving for the United States of America and that are protecting us and fighting for our freedoms and rights. You are a terrorist, my friend. That's right. Let's move on down now to the next un American politician by the name of Kamala Come Drinking Harris. Okay? And the reason why she's got the middle name is because, of course, this fornicator, this woman who's supposed to be all for women rights, but yet doesn't really give a shit about any woman. The Greg Kavanaugh hearing, she was all lip service, just like she was to, Senator Brown. Remember him? Remember that little affair she had?
Oh yeah.
And that's what she's known for. So that's why I call her the cum drink. I mean, this woman cannot be taken seriously at all. This woman does not know what she's talking. And I know a cokehead when I see one. Oh yes, I do. Oh yes, I do. She's very nasally. She's always rubbing her fucking nose. And at the same time, I mean, if you look at her eyes, come on, guys. I mean, how many guys have seen cokeheads before? You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
You
Yep.
know, so I mean, what are your thoughts on this cum drinker?
Well, she has basically slept her way to the top. That's that's what it boils down to. That's where she has gotten where she is today. She has slept her way to the top.
Exactly. And
Um,
you know what's funny? Her father disowned her
yes.
just recently because she tried to use her Jamaican roots from her father's side. Mind you, she never even bothered with them before.
Yeah. And she is extremely dangerous because something she has stated over and over is that if she was elected president, one of the first acts that she would do is make an executive order um, banning all assault rifles in the United States. So if you have an AR-15, she would make it absolutely illegal for you to own this weapon. Well, I'm sorry, but in the United States, there's no such thing as no one is allowed to have what's technically called an assault rifle.
Exactly.
And an assault rifle, what you would think of an assault rifle would be like an M16
Yep.
that's fully automatic, an AK-47, a Browning 50 cal, something that is absolutely automatic.
That's right.
And
And
if
not for nothing, but John is certified. He served for the country. You know what I'm saying? So he knows what he's talking about. If anybody is questioning this man. Go ahead, brother.
But to be considered an assault rifle, something has to be fully automatic. And if you know anything about AR-15s, they are semi-automatic weapons. And if you don't know what semi-automatic means, what that means is you pull the trigger and it fires one round.
Yep.
Then you have to pull the trigger another time to fire another round after that. Assault weapons, you're able to put it into fully automatic where you're able to pull the trigger and it will fire till the clip is empty. That's an
Ah,
assault rifle.
okay. All right. I got you on that. Yes, hybrid. Yes, hybrid. Fuck the Young Turks. I don't even know why they still have their channel. Alex Jones was telling the truth. Because we're gonna get into that after we finish. Fuck the Young Turks, okay? And fuck that Joe Camel in the face ass dude from the Young Turks. I said, and that dumb bitch that's behind her that doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about, that eats a fucking plate of shit every night too. Yeah, fuck her too. And speaking of fuck them, uh, let's talk about this Swalwell dude. This fucking idiot. I mean, I don't really have much to say except for have several seats, you fucking shrimp. I mean, you really don't have anything to say. You too are a traitor, a terrorist to your own country. You know what I mean? Yes, fuck Senk Uger or Iger, whatever the fuck your name is. Fuck him. So it gets to a point that Swalwell means nothing. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, he lost already.
Swalwell, I don't think he has a real stance on anything. I think he's just a beta male
Yeah,
that um, he'll sway to the left, he'll sway to the right just to get the votes that he wants.
right.
I don't think he has a real stance on anything. And, we need leadership. America needs leadership right now. They need people that are going to take a hard stance and stand their ground.
Yes.
And this man, excuse the French, everyone, but this man's just a pure pussy.
hold on. Excuse the French. Did you not see the title? It says adult content. We're good. Go ahead, brother.
All right, but yeah, this man is just a pure pussy. Um, he's probably been coddled all of his life. He probably had his mom's tit in his mouth till he's 14, 15 years old, you know, and yeah, that's all I can describe him as is just a beta male. I mean,
Right.
there's no masculinity to this dude whatsoever.
There isn't. There's none whatsoever. And if I'm not mistaken, at such a young age, the guy looks like he's rocking a toupee.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about old ass tales from the crypt ass Joe Biden. Okay?
I will cure cancer if I'm elected.
Yeah, and this guy is in bed with China. So is his fucking son. He's going to fucking jail. I mean, they should just put him in, in a old fucking folks' home. I mean, this guy fell asleep a couple of times behind a couple of personal interviews, one-on-one interviews and shit. They had to splice the fucking footage, and I mean, Joe Biden is straight. Look, if people that love Obama and miss Obama, I don't know why, but they miss him. So they basically are hoping that Joe Biden can come in because that's like sort of like Obama in office again. And I tell you right now, that would be correct because that's like having fucking Obama in office again, and that would suck to the max. That would be the worst to have Joe Biden. Now, mind you, Joe Biden, who was vice president, along with fucking Obama, the infiltrator, you can look at these things where these guys allowed China and the rest of these guys to fuck us in the ass, bro. You
Yeah.
know, you know, and the oil deals and everything. Look. Thank God for Trump, bro. Thank God for the tariffs. If you guys don't like my political opinions, you can fucking unsubscribe. It's all fucking good. But if you take a look at what we're saying at the end of it all, you know what I'm saying? Guys, we're going down this list for a reason. And Joe Biden doesn't stand a fucking chance.
Well, let me clarify something that actually came out today because I don't know how much you've actually paid attention to the news today, but Hillary Clinton's State Department,
Right.
when she um, was, in office, 2 years ago, um, and I believe Biden was part of this. Hillary, it it hit NBC News today. It was all over the place. She was actually covering up a pedophile ring.
Oh yeah, that's been out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And they also know they're also friends with this rich guy that just finished serving 5 years for pedophilia that owns a fucking island and had a lot of fucking children over there. And Bill Clinton and the rest of the motherfuckers used to just go over there. And there was one girl that was part of their cult sex fucking trafficking. And what happened was she's been testifying and telling basically who's who. And this is why we know what we know now, and it's coming out slowly. And Julian Assange has uncovered all of this, you know,
Yeah,
you know. But Joe Biden, man, he's bad news, bro. He's bad news. He's a fucking racist. Okay, everybody on the fucking left, the Democrat, the fucking look, the DNC, that these people have built this off of the fucking backs of slaves, bro, and they continue to do it to this day. People gotta wake up. Welfare, Medicaid, all this shit, food stamps. This is what they want you to do. They want you to be dependent because they want to take the man structure out of the home to have the woman depend on the fucking government system. Henceforth, making them feel like they're the independent woman. And it's all a fucking facade. If you take a look at shit that's going on, this is what's going on now. You know what I mean?
yeah,
This is exactly what's going on now. What's up, Brian the Observer? And yes, we're going to get into numerical significance and occultic powers and everything else. We're getting there. We're getting warm. We're getting warm. We're going to talk about the Grove. We're going to talk about Bohemian Grove. Oh, we're going to get into it. I'm going to catch a couple of strikes tonight. and I got a fucking ongoing fucking cluster headache, somebody's gonna feel this fucking pain. Now let's go down to fucking Ed Burns in the face ass Chuck Schumer. Now
Oh
this son of a
shit.
bitch here, this son of a bitch here, you know what I'm saying? This guy here, how do you say Hassa? He's a fucking Hassa. That's a pig that don't fly straight. Guy is crooked. This guy has continued. He's first of all, he's backed by the bankers. Schumer is like one untouchable motherfucker. You know, he's backed by the bankers, and we all know who the fucking bankers are. So this is why
Yep.
Chuck Schumer, yeah, this is why Chuck Schumer, the irrelevant disruptor, continues to do what he's doing. What do you say there, John?
This man is just the thorn in the side of everybody that's actually in the Senate. I tell you, I don't see how this man's been in politics for this long, except for, like you said, backing of bankers. But of course, he is a New York senator. That's the problem. You know, these idiots in New York, they keep voting for this man, and, you know, you scratch your head like, what the hell? And him and Nancy Pelosi are both responsible for, I'm going to tell you, everyone in the audience and every one of us that are parents, if you
Tell it.
have if you have children and you have a female, this is Nancy Pelosi's and Chuck Schumer's fault. I Right now in college sports and high school sports, if you are a man and you want to say that I'm a girl, you can participate in female sports and kick the living shit out of females in their own sports as a man if you want to call yourself a girl, which is sure and hell not fair to your little girls if they're trying to get a damn scholarship. And this is Chuck Schumer's and Nancy Pelosi's fault. They have done this.
Yep. Yep. They sure have. And Chuck Schumer continues to, try to disrupt shit and that's collusion. And this president, and I'm gonna get right down to the bottom of it. Trust me, we're still doing the addition here. Now, let's move on to Tales from the Crypt. Cheese face, fucking David Lopan, Nancy Pelosi. Let's let's talk about David Lopan, right? Nancy Pelosi. Now we all know that this girl, this woman, now turned fucking dust devil, has fucking been the most crooked coke sniffing fucking bitch in the office. I mean, you can tell. Look how her jaw clacks, and if she's not adjusting her fucking dentures, folks. Her jaws are clicking together all the time. You see her clicking her jaw. That's coke. Okay? The reason why Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi don't want the borders closed is because they too benefit from the fucking mules of the children that are trafficked, the drugs that are coming on, and they also have a hand with the cartels that are out there. It's out there. I mean, if people are gonna come and try to fucking kill me for what I'm saying, then you better kill the news and everyone else that's out there. And peace to Sean Hannity, you know what I'm saying? Peace to Sarah Carter, peace to fucking Tucker Carlson, and peace to everybody that's putting this shit together, bro. Peace to everybody that has been with this shit for 2.5 years with this bullshit. With this bullshit of collusion when there's none. So back to what Nancy Pelosi wants, and the reason why they don't want this border, and the reason why they're doing this is because they benefit from this shit. So what they're doing is they're giving you all of this food stamps and all this stuff, and so you can have the distraction. And the distraction is, hey, we're giving you some, but they're getting a lot by letting all this shit in. And it's just one big cycle. And I'm more than sure that if you came from the 80s, you must have heard the saying that, yo, bro, like this government washes its own coke. That's right. America, we had big fucking drug dealers in the office back then. And the drugs are coming in. And as the drugs are coming in, they were locking our fellow brothers and sisters up after they were making money for the government because, of course, when the money, big money that gets caught in the drug bust along with the drugs, where does that money go? Into seizure. After that, where does all that fucking? It's like a sponge. It's like a filter. It just filters right back out to the system while they take the money. So all that shit just keeps collecting and filters right out while they take the cash. You know what I'm saying? They killed Gaddafi because he was going to change the fucking, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that was living in Gaddafi's fucking country, they had free electricity, free everything. This is the way it's supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? This is why people have to wake up and understand that Trump is doing what none of these presidents have done. I have a lot of friends, and I'm not criticizing any of your, political beliefs, your religious beliefs, none of that. But what I'm saying here is, don't be quick to call me deplorable. Don't be quick to call me a traitor. Don't be, without doing your fucking homework. Because if you really wanted to go there, and I'm speaking to everybody that's voting for the Democrats, if you really want to go there, who gives them the right to spend our money on doing false investigations and continue to spread the shit on the white wall that was once beautiful, right? Right? Why do they continue to do this? All these impeachments, everything. And we're gonna sum it up. We're gonna sum it up. Now let's move down to this fucking idiot called Beto. Yeah, that fucking idiot. What's his first name? Because I really don't care. But I know
Isn't
it's.
it Beto O'Rourke? Something
There we
like
go.
that?
Beto O'Rourke. There we go.
Yeah.
Reason why I remember Beto is because of Clint Eastwood's character in Every Which Way But Loose, Fido Beto. You know? But Beto is a fucking schmuck. This guy is well off. And most of these guys are well off. Bernie Sanders as well. These guys have money and they want to come onto a podium, John, everyone. And they want to fucking come and play this facade, put on this fucking costume. The rich are bad. Motherfucker, you're rich. As a matter of fact, Bernie Sanders, you let Hillary Clinton sell you the fuck out. They didn't steal nothing from you. You sold out. And you know how we know? Follow the money. If you look at the bonus prize that he got after it was finally decided that it was Trump going up against fucking Hillary, he got a $300,000 beach house afterward. Strange, huh? Damn. For someone who lost fucking primaries and shit, and you bought a fucking beach house?
Well, let me put it like this. Let's take Bernie Sanders, let's take AOC, and all these communists and socialists, what they actually want. Because this is what sickens me about all of these people right now. All right. Let's say you and I, Jay, we go into business together, right?
Right.
And we've got a great business plan and we start from absolutely nothing, but we've got a really good idea. And we work really, really, really hard at it.
Right.
We get some investors and we start growing, and before we know it, we're getting bigger. So we get some more investments, and before you know it, we're say a $400 million company. Well, what these democratic socialists, what they call themselves, democratic socialists, I call them more communists than even socialists. What they want to do, what this does, it kills that American dream, because you and I could have had a dream and we go out and we work hard to achieve what we actually achieve, right?
Right.
What they're trying to do is absolutely destroy that and say, okay, capitalism is bad.
Yeah.
Working hard, you don't need to have to work hard anymore. What we're going to do now, we're going to start a communal United States where the government will have control over, all property and all land, and we'll divvy it out as as we see fit. But as those of us in government, though, we're still going to keep the power, though, because we're going to tell you what's good for you.
Exactly.
So all I gotta say is fuck these people.
Yeah, I mean, look, Beto, the fucking gargantuan tooth having motherfucker, thinks he can fucking come out of nowhere, and the guy looks like he looked like he sniffs too. He looks like one of those cokeheads from college that are like late to their their fucking class and shit. He always looks like he's in a rush. He looks like he doesn't shave, but he's got millions of dollars though. This son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Fuck him, his Doc Martin wearing ass. Fuck him, Alexandria Ocasio Cortez shall now be named Asinine Occasional Cortex. This is the dumbest bitch in the world, bro. This donkey in the face ass bitch has got to be the dumbest person in the fucking world. First of all, we're not even gonna get into what she just a day ago. No, 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 no. Let's talk about how she fucked New York up. New York, my hometown, my people. Y'all need to try to get this bitch out of office. I mean, she already fucked up. What was it, Google or Amazon?
Amazon.
Yeah, and drove him out of fucking New York. $275 million lost in New York's economy. She
Well,
thought that. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. Well, she thought an accounting error in the Pentagon. There was an accounting error where two decimals were, you know, misplaced, and she thought that was actual money that she could spend. An accounting error. She thought, I'm like, how you've got an economics degree and you can't even figure this shit out? You know,
Economics degree. This bitch was called in from a casting call, my brother.
yes, yes.
For all
And
we know,
all,
this bitch is fabricated.
well, I believe every time she goes on Instagram, when she's home and she does her live streams, I think she's got someone telling her what to say every time she does one of these live streams from home, because you can tell when she starts getting off script, because she starts being like, I'm dumb. Oh my God.
Fuck you
I'm like,
cards. Fuck you cards. You
yeah,
just got flashcards.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's, I don't see how she has gained so much popularity in the US, because to me, she's probably one of the most dangerous people we have in Congress,
well,
because
well,
she's,
you know that news is fake. I wouldn't be surprised if Twitter count numbers as to having followers can be fabricated as well. Because I haven't ran into anybody who actually thinks this bitch is brilliant.
I haven't met one person yet that has, but you know me.
Yeah.
I troll her 3 4 times a day,
Yep. Yep.
and her followers attack me all the time on Twitter. It
Fuck them.
cracks me up.
Fuck them.
And the stupidity, that I hear that comes out of people's mouths, because it's the same thing every time. I'm called either a xenophobe, a white Nazi, or one form or another, and I'm like, okay, it's just getting to be an echo chamber. If you have something real to say, I'll listen to you. I'll
Right.
gladly listen to you if you actually have a real point to make. But, you know, all it is now is you're racist, you know, you you're a white man, and you hate people from another foreign country, and I'm like, wow, you
And I
know,
and I tell you right now, this bitch, you could tell that they're protecting this fucking dummy. Okay, this bitch got a fucking peanut shell, an empty peanut shell for a fucking brain. This fucking dumbass, hooked on phonics ass bitch. Let me tell you something about this fucking bitch. You know what I mean? Like they're protecting this woman. Reason why they're
yeah.
protecting this fucking woman, uh, you know, what's his name? Ben Shapiro, as well as Candace Owens and other activists have challenged this woman and have offered her $10,000. Even people that are on the news over at Fox, they have actually offered this bitch $20,000 to fucking have a debate with her. Do you know? Do you understand the word duck? Do you understand the word limbo? Do you understand the word avoid? This bitch is the epitome of all of that, brother.
Well, she now has someone that's going to be a Republican challenger against her in the next election. And at that Puerto Rican parade that they had in New York, he went up and introduced himself to her and said we should debate, and she actually ran away from him.
Mm, Mm.
I mean, she just absolutely ran away. And she won't debate anyone because she knows that, unless she has someone scripting her in the ear, she's done.
Right. Right. Yeah.
I mean,
She needs flashcards. Fuck cue
yeah.
cards. Bitch need
Well,
flashcards.
yeah, she doesn't have any original ideas whatsoever in her own head. She's got handlers that tell her everything that she needs to say, so
Yup.
they keep her away from any form of debate or anything, involving hard questions. They completely keep her away from it.
Well, you know what? These motherfuckers must write for Sesame Street. Well, not even because Sesame Street is brilliant. We grew up on that. No, let me not even desecrate Sesame Street. My bad, guys. These people must write for something like for fucking dry satire, right? Because like this bitch don't make no type of sense. Like the Green Deal. You know what's a Green Deal to me, John? You know what's a Green Deal to me, fellas? A Green Deal to me is getting me 2 fucking bags of weed for $10, bro. That's a Green
Yeah.
Deal to me. To me, that's a fucking Green Deal. Anything else? Look, there's no such thing. There's no such thing, man. Oh my god, bro. Fucking climate change, really? 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 I mean, if the climate does change, I think that's called seasons change, you dumb bitch.
Well, you know what cracks me up about this whole climate change thing is there was just a report that was released to Congress where all these climate scientists actually testified in front of Congress.
Right.
And they stated that if the United States did all this radical change that they're talking about with the Green New Deal, it would not affect the temperature on the earth by less than 1 degree.
You know what I mean? And then this bitch talk about, oh, we're gonna fucking die in 12 years if we don't back the green. You stupid olive oil in the face. Oh my god, bro. Your mother must have been on crystal meth or something. I'm telling you, I'm getting strike tonight. I don't give a shit. Your mother must have been on all types of shit, bro.
Well, I'm starting to think the Democratic Party now, I don't think they're a party of laws and regulations. I'm starting to think they're the party of everything that's lawless. Look what's happened to California. Look what has happened to the state of Washington, especially Seattle.
Right.
Look at Portland, Oregon. You've got LA, San Francisco, you've got tent cities where, shit is a foot high, from all the feces that's in the streets.
Yeah. Yeah.
The state has become so damn expensive to live in because you have your social elites that have all the money, and then everything else has just become absolute shit.
Elite. Elite. Like they use that word like if they're bad, that makes them special. Elite. Look, I can make myself elite. I am an
Yeah.
elite diorama maker. I am an elite fucking boxing socialist. I am an elite friend. Easy. Easy. Fuck these people, bro. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I mean, but you know, I don't know what the hell has happened because I look back at 20 years ago, right? Even at Nancy Pelosi 20 years ago. Nancy Pelosi used to be what I call a halfway decent politician back in the day.
Right.
Under like Bush when Bush was president.
Yeah. When she was on heroin.
Yeah. But she would at least, work with the Republican Party.
Right.
Now, the whole Democratic Party, number one, she has no control over her party to begin with,
Yeah. Oh yeah, she lost that shit.
but she's just as bad as everybody else because I think, as she's gotten up in age now, she's becoming senile. And then, of course, all it's California. Oh my God. We got Nancy Pelosi, but then we got the biggest mouth in Congress in there. You got Maxine Waters.
Oh God, that bitch looked like the fuck. You ever seen Gremlins 2?
Yeah,
You know that fucking gremlin with the bridal dress at the end? That's what that bitch looked like, bro.
dude, to me, she just looks like a woman that just got kicked in the face by a horse like 5 or 6 times. I mean,
she got, she got kicked in the face. Oh shit, John. Horse said, Maxine Waters? No.
I mean,
Man,
it looks like someone, you know, had hog tied her and put her directly behind a horse and then slapped a horse on the ass. And it's,
ugh.
kicked her in the face 5 or 6 times,
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Each and every one of you fucking satanic bastards are getting it tonight, man. We're not playing. Now let's move away from asinine occasional cortex and move to the SUV bumpered face bitch by the name of Hirono. Yeah, the one that told us fucking alphas to shut up and sit down.
Yeah.
What's up, Maze? What's going on? Big boys boxing. What's going on, baby? I'm ripping politicians apart with my man, motherfucking Star Wars dad, but aka John. We're just breaking these motherfuckers in half, bro. We're letting you into the matrix. You're unplugging, bro. Fuck it. Now, Hirono told us to shut up
Yeah.
and sit down. Are you standing for that, John?
Well, shit. I'll slap that bitch right in the face and tell her to sit her ass down along with LeBron, dude.
You okay, like that's where I wanted to get at. See, this woman is the type of woman that most likely has a husband, right?
Yeah.
That lowers his head when she speaks, right? Not
Yeah.
saying that, and not saying that a woman should do it in a relationship either. I'm just saying if being so inferior, you know what I mean, to the point that you know she thinks that she is in control from her little position. I mean, how is it that you're going to say we can use a train? Like you don't need planes to get to Hawaii, bitch. This is why they pulled out a fucking huge fucking table of Aquaman. Did you see that when they
Yes, I loved it. It was the funniest thing I had ever seen in my life.
man? Yeah. They pulled the Aquaman out. They pulled fucking Reagan on a fucking raptor out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These people are making no sense. These people are worse than a bad written, bad drawn comic book. And you know, it's just the worst, man. It's the worst. And Hirono trying to tell people to just shut the fuck up, and especially men. You can already see that she's feminist, so she's part of that agenda. So that's one fuckery that they're bringing to us. You know, that's one fuckery they're bringing to us. The second fuckery, I would have to say it's the gay agenda, but we're gonna get into that in a minute.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about the racist. Yes, the racist Iliam Omar, the one that's impeached from whatever fucking position they gave her.
Oh, don't even get me started on this woman
You know what? You know what? Here's the fuel. Get it going, baby.
because I'm going to tell you this much right now. I served my country. You know, I fought, I bled, and this woman spits in my face for it.
Hmm.
Everything that we did,
Hmm.
I'm telling you, I don't care if you like, U.S. politics as far as war goes.
Right.
People that get deployed, they have no choice in what they do.
Right.
All right. The government dictates, where we go, what we do, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But oh my God, the good that we did that I saw day in and day out.
Right.
And this woman, day in and day out, puts us down as Americans, and she complains day in and day out how evil America is and how things in America need to change. Well, bitch, if you don't like it, pack your bags and go back to where the fuck it is that you came from.
Bottom line. Bottom line. Now let me Bruce Wayne this whole shit here for a second. It starts off with Obama going down to uh Uber Aberdeen or Aberdeen, all the way to Ilham Omar and this the Talib chick. Now, these are infiltrators, man. These are infiltrators of the most radical motherfucking Muslims from the Muslim Brotherhood. And they've been put into office, and slowly but surely they were trying to infiltrate to take over the government. Take a look at
Well,
it. Take
well,
a look at it.
I'll say this much, and you know, I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for saying this, but
Fuck
I
that.
really don't care.
Fuck that.
But any, I have no problems with immigrants that come here and they come here legally. More power to them. And if they do come here legally and they're able to make a better life for themselves, I'm very, very happy for them. But this is what happens, though. Anytime you have Muslims that come to the United States, anybody else that comes to the U.S., they integrate into our society and they become citizens.
Right.
It does not work that way with Muslims. When
Right.
Muslims come here, they do not integrate into society. They try to change the society into Sharia law and the way that Muslims work in the Middle East.
Exactly.
And I will stand up to that any damn day of the week. And you're trying to change the school system, you're trying to change our churches, you're trying to change our way of life. Get the fuck out.
And nobody can contest you on that because you've been over there. You've been on their land, their turf. You've
Yes.
known and you've seen the way things were, man. You've seen fucking the way they bring their children up. And these are only the radicals. We're not talking about the good, spirited, good religioned ones, the normals. We're talking about the ones that want to kill everybody for no fucking reason. Like, they brainwash their kids into running into trucks and shit. Like, I mean, if you, like I said, the names I just named and the way they position themselves within the office, you got to take a look at what's been going on. Now, Ilhan Omar, of course, is a radical. Of course, if you take a look at what she's been saying about the Jews and Israel and everyone else, I mean, she has her own jihad going on right now. And for Nancy Pelosi, Cheeseface Pelosi, and fucking Ed Burns Schumer, and the rest of these stupid motherfuckers to not even try to call it out and fix it, it goes to show you, bro, there's agendas. So now we've got that. We've got the radical Muslims infiltrating. We've got the gay agenda that we're going to get into. And now and we also have the feminist agenda. So these are,
and you might as well throw the trans agenda in there too.
No. We're going to get to that. I'm just mixing the formula real slowly so that way everybody can open their eyes. Remember, now we're going to move on to Talib. Yeah, Talib, the loudmouth bitch, the one that said, we're going to impeach that motherfucker. Okay, now, this chick looks like the dude that works at the fucking corner deli store that makes your sandwich, bro, in the city. Okay?
She cracks me up because she has been pretty much outed by her family.
Right.
Her family has pretty much, like her father and mother and everybody, they've pretty much disowned her because she has been so dishonest.
Right.
Getting into office and what she's done, from her office. Right. Now, you want to talk about good Muslims? Her family is fantastic.
Awesome.
But she has become radicalized. She's become, a far left winger. I don't know what her problem is. She probably didn't get enough dick when she was younger.
Yep.
As fat as she is,
either that or her own uncle probably forced some dick in her.
Yeah,
because you know how they get down. The fucking Elian Omar. No, what was it? Talib.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, but she's fairly quiet compared to a lot of these other loudmouths.
Right, right.
Um, but we already know this woman's already going to be ousted next election. Her district is already tired of her.
I
I
hope they
mean,
are. I hope they are.
yeah, her district, they're ready to get her out of there already. So, I mean, I don't know what people were thinking with this last election, but you know, they're waking up now. Like, what the hell did we do?
Right, right, right. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. All everybody that we have named within the left, you have to understand that these guys, all they want is power. They don't give a shit about you. If they really did give a shit about America, they would be doing what Trump is trying to do. Okay, he's trying to fix the immigration laws here. He's and for asinine occasional cortex to open her mouth and fucking say that the holding centers that we have down here and the men and women that are working very hard to give comfort and safety to these children that are being trafficked and trying to, you know, how do you say, needle in a haystack, this shit, within everything that's there. Like, how dare she? None of these motherfuckers are doing anything about anything except for, trying to fearmonger you.
Yeah,
But that's what the leftists do. They try to make it. They trying to scare you, man. First of all, they've been getting it wrong since Trump was all up in their ass. Like, first you had Hillary. Oh, this is the type of man that if you give him the keys and the codes to nuclear war, we would be dead. We're headed to the fourth year. Next, uh, uh th- th- shit. If you can hear me, then we're still alive.
yeah.
Shit. What the fuck is going on here, guys? I'll tell you what the fuck is going on here. It's fear mongering. The left loves to do that. The left is like that obsessive boyfriend or girlfriend, you know, that used to take care of you. You got, and then you want to break out because things aren't right and you want to start. And all of a sudden, it's like they do everything they can to fuck you over. That's exactly
Yeah.
what the left is.
And it cracks me up about how you're talking about we're going to give the keys to the nuclear missiles to,
Yeah.
and, he's going to start World War III. What I don't think people realize, there's checks and balances to even be able to launch a nuclear weapon. The president cannot just pick up a phone and say launch on such and such and it happens. It does not work that way. There are checks and balances that have to be met before we can ever discharge a nuclear weapon.
That's why they've created Hollywood. Because once they make these movies where they show you that a president could just walk into a fucking room, all right, that's within the White House in the basement somewhere, and there's a soldier that's like a fucking MP with the other key, and they turn it at the same time and open up this open. This is why they do that. They condition us. It's programming. MK Ultra. And I even dare to say we never went to fucking space. That's right. I fucking said it. I said it. That is the great deception that our creator is talking about, bro. That's the
I
great
do.
deception.
I do believe we've been in space because we got satellites everywhere, dude. And
Well, well,
we
well, well. Listen, John. That's for another topic, but I can crack that right now. Cell towers. Everything is
and
towered. Everything is towered. Everything is towered. I'm telling you, everything is towered. Because think about it. If there's a big ass sun that's quadruple, right? The size of the earth, that we're supposed to be like a marble next to a grapefruit, right? And that's just burning so hard. And there's like 30,000 satellites up there. How come none of these motherfuckers burnt and dropped? And please,
well,
please, please don't tell me that they have shielding and shit like that. Because if that's the case, then why haven't we gone back to the moon again?
the only reason I even say that too, I've been out my telescope and I've been able to see actual satellites. The low orbiting satellites. If you get it on a good night, you can actually see the satellite tracking across the horizon. So
Probably weather balloon. You know, ones that sort. I'm telling you, we cannot pass the firmament. But that's for another story, man. I gotta not school you and not persuade you, but I want to present something to you so that way you can pass judgment yourself, brother. And when you see this, you're gonna bug the fuck out.
all right.
It's right in front of you. And it would be right in front of you because remember, it's just like the creator said, kid. He said, if you want the truth, all you gotta do is look up. But that's for another time. But what I'm saying here is these fucking guys here, let's like they're all into this whole thing, guys. They're all into this whole thing where they lost and all they want is the power back because they want to continue to do all this corrupt shit so they can make their own little money. So they can continue to fuck us over. I mean, god damn it, if it wasn't for Trump, we'd be a socialist country already. That's where we were headed. That's where we were fucking headed, guys. And more of our kids missing. And understand this: police brutality and minority deaths under the police brutality, all that happened under Obama. Why is it that why is it that that is being thrown on Trump when that shit never happened? It's facts. Take a look at Trump when he first started office all the way to now. There has been none of that. Just recently, I think it was what yesterday. Something, something happened in Las Vegas or something with a couple or whatever, and Jay Z's doing something or so. I don't know, but it hasn't happened as often. Nobody's died like this. Like, you know what I mean? And Obama did nothing for nobody but the gay community. Okay, did nothing for nobody but the gay community. Those are facts. Gave Iran $1.4 million and $400,000 cash. What the fuck for? And said that we owed it to them from the Iran deal. What the fuck are you talking about? And then when we try to investigate, we try to get closer to it. We can't because it's classified. Meanwhile, Iran is really, really close to making their nuclear program. Now, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and the left are all in cahoots making this happen. The
Yeah.
same way they're fabricating the Civil War, all this reparations. You know what I mean? They're starting all of this Civil War shit, trying to call Trump. They're trying to attack him from all sides. They're trying to attack us, our freedoms, from all sides. And you know why they're doing that? They're fucking doing that because they want him out of office. They want to make him look like and there's nothing racist about this dude. People that actually walking around saying Trump is fucking because he said I want to build a wall protector, and then you see that he's totally changed all of this laws that if you want to get in the country, just like my grandmother and grandfather who came to this country a while back, a long time ago, they went through the process. They went through the
Yeah.
process. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I know people are probably going to call me like a conspiracy theorist or, some extremist when I say this, but, I sure in hell, I wouldn't put it past the government to actually have set up some of these school shootings or,
I was just gonna get into that. That is
yeah,
all. That is all. Just like Alex Jones said. That's why they want to shut him up. That's why they're gonna try to shut me up. That's why they're gonna try to shut everybody that's a truth teller and a truth seeker up. Because it is what it is. What we're saying is the truth, bro. Like 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 you know the shootings. That was all staged because they want to try to take our guns away, and they want to make us look like no. You can't handle guns. You're not grown enough to handle. That's how they're trying to talk to us, man.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm dead ass. And everybody, if you don't believe me, check this out. How is it that they're trying to say, oh, we think and we feel that you shouldn't have any type of. Who the fuck are you to go against the freedoms that my forefathers and my father and my uncles and your uncles and brothers and cousins and sisters and have fought so we can have that choice, and that's one of millions. Who the fuck are you? See, control. That's what the left is about. Meanwhile, the right is like, nope, we still holding our guns. Nope, we're still going to be able to open our businesses. But the left wants you to fucking kill babies. They want you to fucking kill babies now at the full term? Are you fucking crazy? Where are we headed to? And Trump is crazy? Trump voters are crazy? Oh, really? Man, it's a program. Y'all better wake the fuck up.
Well, this is what really burns me too, is in the United States, your right to practice whatever religion you practice is fully protected, right? If if you want to worship the devil, you have the full right to worship the devil if you want to worship the devil.
Yep.
If you're a Christian, you can be a Christian. If you want to be a Catholic, you can be a Catholic. If you want to be a Muslim, you can be a Muslim. But you are protected under the Constitution by religious freedom. It is
That's right.
in your Bill of Rights.
That's right.
Now, with that being said, this world has gotten to be so crazy. And I have to, give all the credit in the world to our Supreme Court because the same bakers now, you've had three gay couples come into the bakery and try to sue them because they would not make them wedding cakes because it went against their religious values,
Right.
because they deemed that a homosexual marriage is wrong in God's eyes. They are practicing their religious freedom when they do that.
Right.
And they took, you know, complete offense to this. Oh my God, they're such evil people. We have to sue them now, you know.
Right.
And why? You could just go to another bakery. I'm sure another bakery would actually make that cake for you, you know.
Exactly.
So why make such a big deal out of such a small molehill? But see, anything that is good and just, these loonies now are attacking anything that's pure and good. We have to corrupt it. We have to pervert it because have you seen the gay pride parades?
Bro,
I mean,
they have children. Children are fucking being in there. They're being used for it as well. This transgender shit. This whole thing is fucking crazy, bro.
it's perversion. See, you know, my wife and I, something we talk about all the time. What you do behind closed doors, dude, it's none of my business. You know what I'm saying? That's the way
Agreed.
I look at it. If
Agreed.
if you're gay and what you do behind your own closed doors, that's your business. That's none of my business. I don't need to know about it. That's fine and dandy. And
Agreed.
if you want to live, a lifestyle like that, or if you want to live, some sort of alternative lifestyle, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
your life to live.
Yeah.
But
If you like sailing, then hey, you like sailing.
right. But for you to come from behind your closed doors and try to push your agenda down my throat, that's where problems come.
Right.
Because now that's what's happening in Hollywood, in pop culture, in the media. Anytime you turn on the news, besides like Fox News, this is all they're pushing down your throat.
Oh my god.
And any commercial you watch now, they have completely just about taken white men and pushed white men out of commercials. Everything now is biracial families, or you see two moms, two dads,
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I remember, and all the fellas in the chat, you're gonna agree with me on this when I say this. Remember when it was, oh, the white man's trying to keep the black man down, right? Or any minority. Don't Do you see how fast they tried the left? changed the whole tune to that, and now it's the white man who's the fucking target. You see how they did that?
Yeah. And, it cracks me up too because you're hearing reparations, reparations. We need reparations.
All
Okay.
that is for their fabricated civil war that they're trying to prove, so that way they could try to impeach the fucking president simply because before elections because they're not gonna beat him at the polls.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
why.
I look at it like this, though. Okay. Um, my family, from my mother and father
Yeah.
are not from the U.S.
Right.
I'm white, but my family lineage were Scottish.
Right.
So are you telling me I would have to pay reparations even though my ancestors were not here?
That's what I'm saying. It makes no sense. The left are going crazy. They're desperate. They're throwing shit out there. They continue with these false. Look, no fucking collusion, no obstruction of justice. There's no nothing. They already said it. This fucking Nadler guy, whoever the fuck he is, he said that shit simply because, simply because he wanted they're trying to make this linger because they're trying to bring an impeachment case. They have nothing. And people are being distracted with that. And what they need to do, what up, Coron Bread? No doubt. What's going on, my brother? What people need to do is pay attention to what's going on here. They're trying to brainwash everybody into saying this guy is a fuck. They try to look what CNN, MSNBC did was they cut down what he said about that argument, that fight that broke out between the protest, the KKK protesters, and the the regular uh uh people protesters. Now he didn't say that there were good people on both sides because he even excluded them. And when he excluded them, they cut that part out. You know what I'm saying? They edited that part out and they made it seem
Right.
like, yeah, they made it seem like, he was saying that the KKK was good and the other people on the other side were good. No, he didn't even say that. He first of all, he condemned them. And even in the beginning, he condemned David Duke. He condemned all of them. But this is what they show you. So people now, Don cocksucking Lemon is the most dangerous, disgusting son of a bitch ever, bro. And I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
exactly why. This guy is a cocksucker, bro. I mean, he is regardless. He is. He's talking about white men are a threat to everyone in America, and he puts that shit out there. Thinks that he got a lot to say about the president calling him Hitler and all that shit, right? But what's funny, big contradiction. You ready, guys? Drum roll. Don Lemon's a gay man, and his lover's white. So that means he goes home to a menace every night, huh? 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 Funny,
Yeah.
isn't it? Right, guys? Right? And then you got fucking Homo or Cuomo, whatever fuck his name is. Superman want to be looking motherfucker. This guy is agreeing with him, knowing that Don Lemon too is licking his balls in the back somewhere in the green room, talking the biggest shit ever. Know what I
Well,
mean?
you know what? Something that cracks me up, okay, that cracks me up so much is the fact that, okay, we now have our straight parade, in August, right?
Right, right,
And the president of the parade is a gay man.
right.
It's, how do you pronounce this? Yeronopolis, but I find it hilarious because, I mean, you've got a gay man that is a staunch conservative, and he's worked with Trump for God knows how long. Like I said, who cares if he's gay, you
Right.
know? Um, but he doesn't buy into the lunacy of, you know, this crap that's going on right now. I mean, it's Jay, it's gotten so bad that my son, I think I've told you about this. I think, I've told Steph and Mays also, the fact that my son has brought pamphlets home from school,
Yup.
stating that boys can have periods too.
Right.
And, and, you know, pamphlets also, saying, a boy can be a girl can be a boy, or they can be both at the same time. And they're trying to indoctrinate our kids.
Right.
God, he just got out of damn elementary school, you know?
Yeah. Right.
I mean, this, when does it stop? That's all I can say. When does it stop? Because, you know, we with level heads on our shoulders, we're losing the culture war. We're losing it,
Right.
and it's being just shoved right down our throats. I mean, and my opinion, there's going to be coming a breaking point somewhere where we're going to have some form of civil war. I mean, because the left loonies. I mean, when I say loonies, I mean loonies. They are just whack ass, off their damn rockers. And then you have what I call your normal Americans, which are, what I call like moderates all the way to your right wing people.
Right.
And, you know, I, I don't even know what people consider right wing anymore, because if you're in the middle, they're calling us right wingers. If you're actually right smack dab in the middle, you
I don't
know?
I don't care what they call me. All I know is that I am on the normal fucking side, living under normal circumstances. I live in my own bubble along with people that live in the same bubble I live in that consists of the same universe. Fuck everything else. Fuck every you or if a red hat triggers you, you've got fucking problems, bro.
Yeah,
I don't give a
yeah,
fuck who you are. If a fucking red hat triggers you, triggered that dumb bitch on CNN that said that every time I see a "Make America Great Again" hat, it makes me triggered, bitch. Jump off a bridge, then
yeah,
do something with yourself. Go chase marbles in traffic, bitch. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
You just can't change shit because that's what's wrong with this fucking. These people made these babies called SJW soy boys. Fucking this is the problem. Everything is soft in this fucking era, man. You can't even be real anymore. If you raise your voice, you're a fucking maniac. Like guys like us, we can't even express ourselves the way we want to express ourselves without somebody trying to look at us like we're fucking crazy.
yeah,
Meanwhile, when they get all crazy over something that is not even of that of a value to be fucking going gaga over and crazy, son, if we look at them the normal way, like you're fucking crazy and you're bugging out. This is not that major. Forget about it, bro. We're wrong. We're racist. Everything out the fucking box, bro.
dude. I mean, it's everywhere because like my tweet that I put out the other night. I'm like, oh my god, someone shut the PC police off because I mean, white rice is racist now. You know, um, cauliflower is now racist. If you eat cauliflower, you're racist. You know, um, you're a xenophobe if you agree that the borders need to be shut down. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with these people? We've
Yeah,
got hundreds of thousands of people trying to, get into the U.S. Something has to be done, and it doesn't need to be lollygagged about. It needs to be done like now.
exactly, exactly. And this shit gotta stop. All right. This shit with these transformers, these trans fucking genders going into fucking classrooms of children and fucking reading stories and making them feel like it's okay to be confused.
Yeah,
You can fucking stop that shit. Look, man, you're poisoning our kids, man. Our kids are supposed to have a fucking choice. They're supposed to have free choice. Who the fuck are you, man, to be influencing like that? And the board of education all around America, and even boards of educations in other countries, if you're allowing this shit, which I doubt it, because other countries, they do extreme shit. But I'm saying though, you're out of your fucking mind, bro. Leave the kids alone.
Well, you know as well as I do, and you know how, we're the same age. We grew up the same way. Remember, as we grew up, how many what I call tomboys we grew up with, right?
Right.
Okay, you had girls that, were, kind of manly growing up. They like to play sports and, would wear jeans and everything. But as they got older, I'd say 9 out of 10 of them grew out of that stage and actually became feminine females.
Yeah, yeah. And they looked fucking awesome when they dress up and shit. You know what I mean? And to a point that some of us guys, we're like, oh shit, wait, this is my buddy, this is my friend. Oh,
Exactly.
and shit changed. Shit changed. All of a sudden, she grew titties. You're like, oh my god, I never knew you was this fucking gorgeous. Yeah, 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 hell yeah. Yep, those were the days. They don't make them like that no more.
No. Now, at 11, 12 years old, oh, no, 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 sweetheart, you need to go ahead and start transitioning to be a boy now, you know. And I look at it like this, it's child abuse. If you do that to a child, number one, you are scarring them mentally. And then you are, two, if you're trying to put them on puberty blockers and everything else, you are harming their actual body.
Yep, yep. And I'm gonna tell you something else, man. The entertainment industry, you're getting it too, you motherfuckers. From music to movies to books with your fucking spells, with your stupid fucking spells. You know, you guys are out of control, man. And we're on to you. We're on to you. Okay? We know exactly. Okay, we know exactly what the fuck you're doing here. You know, and it's getting to a point that we have to crack this shit open. You know, the homosexual agenda and the transgender agenda, it's all in the music now, along with symbolism and occultic signs and shit like that. These things, these spells, they've been brought back. It goes all the way back to fucking Aleister Crowley, and being connected to the bushes and all of this fucking Illuminati bullshit, and people selling their souls in order to fucking make millions, and they doing sacrifices and shit, and it's all connected to these fucking babies and children's getting murdered and shit. Like, it's all a big fucking movie, bro. Right? But it gets deeper than that. Oh, it gets deeper than that. This has to do with fallen angels and shit like that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it gets to a point now. Yeah, it gets to a point now that these people out here are to a point where it's a horror fucking show. You know what I mean? And it's gonna
Yeah.
get to a point that you're gonna have to fend for yourself. If Trump wins this presidency, expect everybody from the left, from the voters that are brainwashed, the zombies, right? Those guys are gonna try. They're doing it now. They're doing it now. They're starting to fucking hit conservatives and people that actually have awoken from the matrix, like us, trying to swing on us. Are you crazy? I will put five in your fucking chest, bro.
Well, this is how I look at it. You've got all these Democrats, right? And all these people in Hollywood. And what Trump's doing, he's shining a light on everything, shining a light on them. And they're like cockroaches scurrying away as soon as the light, gets turned on them. They
Yeah,
don't know what to do with Trump because they can't control him.
yeah,
And um, and since they can't control him, he's he's kicking the shit out of the swamp that's actually in Washington, and people in power up there, they can't stand it. They can't buy him off. They can't impeach him. And every time they think they've got him in his crosshairs, here comes Trump again, and he puts them in their damn place.
yeah.
You know, all I can say is thank God for Trump, because if we didn't have Trump in office and we had Hillary put in office, God only knows where we'd be right
Well,
now.
actually, God knew, and He let us know because she already was preparing a military to go to war with fucking Russia, bro. And she's up there
Yeah,
talking about Trump having the keys to nuclear fucking detonators and shit. But meanwhile, you already had something set. You bitch, you crazy. Like, but back to the fucking entertainment industry, right? So now, we got this thing now where you got this homosexual agenda, and it got all into the hip hop videos. And what they did was they basically assassinated and killed all of the male hard men, alpha figures of hip hop. If you take a look at it in the way they died, all taken out: Tupac, Biggie, Easy E, Pimp C. There's more. There's a whole list, right? You take a look at that, and this is years of me living and recording this. I'm a conspiracy theorist, but don't get it twisted, guys. Sometimes we're called that, but it's all the time that conspiracy is the truth. That's right. Do the research. That's why they label you that. It's like labeling somebody stupid. A crowd calling one person stupid because that person got it right. Meanwhile, he made the whole crowd feel dumb, not even meaning to. That's what a conspiracy theorist is. That's what we are. We're that one person that made so many fucking people feel stupid because we had it right all along, and it's coming to fruition.
you know,
Everything.
I can say this. I don't know shit about hip hop music at all. I know some of the names that you talked about because I am a hardcore rock guy to the core. That's what I've listened to. But when you look at music and how music's progressed from even the 70s to where we are right now,
Right.
well, let's say from the 60s. The 60s you had the age of everybody getting stoned and making trippy music. You had
Right.
some good bands and everything, and your rock was pretty mellow. And then you had your late 60s rock and roll where people were protesting Vietnam. And then we move into the 70s,
Right.
and then you've got some really great rock and roll that came out of the 70s. And then at the same time you had disco.
Right.
And even disco, dude, I I don't give a damn what anybody says. Staying alive, dude. That motherfucker from Wham. That was an alpha male to the core, even though he was gay, dude.
Oh, fucking George Michael.
Yes, yes, that was an alpha male to the core. Women swooned over him. Men swooned over him. Men wish they could be him. You know. Um, then then we move into the 80s, and it's still very masculine music.
Yeah, but a lot of androgyny though. A lot of
Yeah,
guys with their hair fucking teased up and fucking eyeliner. Within the rock and roll. But even in hip hop, you had hardcore motherfuckers taking it in the booty.
yeah,
With the
yeah,
doo doo butter too. So
yeah. And but it's at this time, it's still masculine music. And we start moving into the 90s, and this is where you start to see the change. You see the change from rock and roll into grunge, and you start to see boy bands,
right,
and you see what I call the quality of music really starting to deteriorate. And along with the deterioration of the music, the message that comes behind it starts deteriorating. And then we move into, the 2000s, and this is where everything just starts really falling apart. Um, Now, no one knows how to play their instruments. You know, Everybody's singing on auto tune, and now we have oh my God, role models like, oh my God, the Jonas Brothers or Ariana Grande, or who gives a fuck about these fuckers? You
who the
know?
fuck are they, bro? I lost touch with bitches like Christina Aguilera, Mariah Carey. I was like, who the fuck are these people? Ever since that era, all the way to now, I'm like, who the fuck are these people? They all use machines for their voices, and then you got the old singers selling out. You got Madonna talking shit. I'm gonna leave the country, bitch. Leave the country. We don't give a fuck about you, you fucking 70-year-old decrepit vagina having bitch. Go fuck yourself. Robert De Niro, you was once a great actor. Go fuck yourself. Fuck
Yeah.
you. Fuck you. Know what I'm saying? Everybody else. Fucking Joy Behar, Whoopi Goldberg, all of you fucking Sonny Hosses, fucking Anna Navarro, you fucking Miss Piggy lookalike. Fuck all of you. All of you sons of bitches. All of y'all are fucking terrorists. All of y'all are fearmongers. All of y'all are un-American. You're unpatriotic. You guys do not belong here, son. At all. You're a bunch of socialists, bro.
Well, we do have some good ones in the bunch, though, because um, music wise, I got to give all the kudos in the world to Justin Timberlake. He's a normal dude. Um, I mean, he's just as normal as anything, and he doesn't get into this PC bullshit. His wife, Jessica Biel, great chick. You know, she doesn't get into this social justice shit. But the one that really flipped me out is she went from sweetheart to nutcase was Taylor Swift, dude.
Mm-hmm. No, Taylor
I
Swift
mean,
and fucking Britney Spears. That's that MK Ultra butterfly shit. They take them and they fucking turn them out and they shove fucking fists and feet in their pussies and ass and shit and make them swallow kids and poo poo platters and shit and drive them crazy and then these bitches get they turn a button on in these bitches and these bitches get crazy, bro. They start fucking shaving their head and you know what I'm saying that dude Kevin Federline, what the fuck his name is, he didn't fucking do nothing to her. He didn't do nothing to her. Motherfuckers giving him props. Oh, he got away. If anything, he took advantage. He knew they were gonna fuck her up, so he took half her money and the kids. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? So I mean, if you want to give him props for that, no doubt. But he took advantage of a fucking girl who was and who you know advantage was taken of, right? But at the same time, every bitch except for Annette, may she rest in peace. Annette, I forgot her name from the Mouseketeers. Every fucking bitch from the Mickey Mouse Club has always wound up to be a crazy, misled, fucked up whore, bro.
well, in my opinion, you know, the Mickey Mouse Club was a breeding ground for indoctrination. You know,
Exactly.
they took these kids and they were like, we're gonna fill your heads full of all this indoctrinated bullshit. We're gonna, you know, shove it down your throats. And of course, their parents didn't give a shit because their kids are stars. You know what I'm saying? Oh
Yeah.
my God, we've got money coming in. We do with my kid whatever you want. You know.
Right. Right.
And the worst of them had to been Britney Spears because you could see the control they had over her. She started breaking down. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she started shaving her head. She started acting, you know, really weird. And
Bitch had a demon
because,
in her. She had a demon
yeah,
in her.
yeah. And if you look at it too, what's her name? I really like her music. Christina Aguilera.
I knew you was gonna say that high pitched singing fucking little fucking Tinkerbell looking bitch.
Well, she's good at what she does. I'll give her that much. She
Oh
has got
yeah.
a set of pipes on her, and she's an amazing artist. I got to give her that. But at the same time, she has gone and become a nutcase herself.
Yeah.
And you know, but you can see the control that's starting to break in her too, because she's starting to act shifty, and the the control that was put on her when she was younger and the indoctrination, it's starting to fail too, like it is with Brittany, and they're having all these mental health problems because you know it's it's starting to lose its effect.
Yep. The
And
demon. The demon.
yeah,
Yep.
So, I mean, as to me, Disney has been an evil company since it, was first put into place. Walt Disney, he might have created the happiest place on earth, but dude, you have no idea how dark the secrets are. You know, be,
Well,
what happened
let
behind the scenes.
yeah, yeah. I mean, there are many fucking true stories, as well as in the art itself, bro. The shit that they fucking put in their art, hidden messages. Did you know about that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yeah. These guys are crazy, bro. Like they're fucking nuts. I wanted to bring something up that Brian had because Karan was asking a question about what exactly was Hotel California about the song,
Mhm.
and Brian the Observer says thanks to Brian the Observer. Thank you, my brother. He says it's about who can make war with the beast. Hotel California is about unable to escape the grasp of the Illuminati. Nice. Thank you, my bro. And the woman I was saying, may she rest in peace, thanks to Maze, was Annette Funicello, no doubt. Thank you, my brother. She was cutie. Yes, she was.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, yeah, Disney, you know, in the early days, it's funny because, in my opinion, they were trying to erode the family, from the very get go. Because when you look at like all the Disney princesses, the movies and everything, um, they were trying to erode the mother.
Yeah,
All the princesses, their mother was dead, or
yeah, yeah.
or
They try to have them in a way, give them the message to either rebel. You either rebel, they were bad, like the mother, the what was it, Cinderella with the stepmother and the
yeah,
twins, how they treated her and her sisters, like go against them. These little messages. I see what you're saying, brother. Go ahead. I
yeah.
see what you're saying.
And now it has transitioned from the mother to, well, you don't need a father, you know,
Right, right,
and men are bad. And now, we're going to also teach you feminist values.
right.
Um, Matter of fact, you don't need a father, and you're better than a man. So it's okay that you don't have a father because you'd be better than him anyways.
Right, correct. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's exactly what they try. Yeah, yeah, exactly the same thing with these motherfucking leftists. With the depend on me, with the welfare, the food stamps, and all that other bullshit. You know what I mean? And dependency. That's how they want. And they kick the male figure out the house to have the woman depend on that. But in certain in certain areas, like the projects. What do you think is called a project? You know, uh
Yeah,
all minority, even white people, even white people, even Jewish people, would be monitored if you lived in a co-op, uh, even a condominium or projects. If you lived in a
yeah,
city, you're monitored, and these are facts. And if you look up every 3 hours, there's always a helicopter in the sky.
yeah. Well, God only knows, you know, we, you and I already know that someone's listening, to this while, we're putting this show on. There's someone, on the government side that's always going to be listening in on something. And every phone call we make, there's probably someone listening in on, I'd say one out of every three calls that we make. If you have a cell phone, you're being you're being spied on, plain and
Yeah,
simple.
yeah, oh yeah, without a question.
And if you have an Android, which I absolutely hate Apple, I really do. I hate Apple. I like my Androids, but if you have an Android phone, Google knows everything about you. They know where you've been, what time you were there, um, you know, and it's already been proven. They're listening to you through your phones so that they,
Right now, this shit right now, they're taking a list. They're checking it
yes,
twice. One
Yes.
day, one of us is gonna get iced.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's a list out there.
And between you and me, I'm surprised my channel's still up. I'm surprised they haven't even suspended my channel yet. Because I I love to tear into liberals. I'm surprised your channel's up because we're going so far against the left.
Yep, yep,
With all the censorship that's going on right now,
yep,
I'm surprised we even have channels now. You
yep.
know, which if they get rid of my channel, I wouldn't cry a tear because I don't do this for a living. When I get on, I do it for entertainment or to tell the truth. So if they get rid of me, okay, that's fine. I'll find another platform and I'll still have a voice. You're not going to shut me up.
Yep, exactly. And what people need to understand here is transhumanism. We're in the first stage of this shit. And you know how it starts? Well, right now, if your face is in front of a fucking phone, well, you're already starting to know what it feels like for a computer telling you and showing you what to do. Next, you will be thinking on how to move, not making yourself move. You know what I mean? And that's the fucked up part about this. Shit is going to change. It's going to get crazy. Me personally, with these people, with all this fuckery, people lying, fabricating civil wars, talking about they jump started the economy when we know goddamn well Obama had us in the worst fucking deficit ever. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, uh, wh- didn't we go through a recession with Obama?
Yes, we did.
Thank you. And none of these news networks, which is another topic I want to get on, none of these news networks, and I'm sorry, even though I gave props to Fox, but I think they're clickbaiting too, just like these motherfuckers here on YouTube and everywhere else on social media, because nobody has just brought out the point that I just brought out right now. What I just said. That shit cuts the jugular to everything. That question to that. Oh, Obama. It's that they want to keep it going. They want to keep us going. You know what I mean? But if a real motherfucker like myself or John or anyone here, any other fellow brothers on the comment in the comment section was to try to run for president, it wouldn't take much to win. It wouldn't
I'll
take
tell you
much to
this
win
much.
for us.
I would never ever ever want to run for president. Period. Because I'll tell you now. You know, everybody has skeletons in their closet, and I sure in hell don't want mine being drug out. And the way politics works today, oh my God, I don't want a girl I slept with 25 years ago being used against me. Um, Things I did in the past, they need to stay there. They need to stay in the damn past. I don't need every last mistake that I've ever made being scrutinized.
and
Oh,
and
he'd
that's
say,
why and that's why they keep it dirty, John. That's why they do that. To keep to make you all right. You see how they put that right there that you're thinking of? That was their message to you. With the way they play, that right there is their fucking sword in front of your neck saying, don't you ever think of even trying to head to these grounds. They did that to you. And we have to admit that. You know why? Because I'm thinking the same thing. They did it to me too, kid. That's their sword at our neck. That's why we can't enter politics. Because regardless of what we've done, they got dirt. They got dirt. They got more fucking dirt, even worse dirt than that. You know what I'm saying in their life. But the
yeah,
reason why it won't come out is because they have enough money and enough power to kill those. you know.
yeah, yeah.
What's up, Haplo? What's going on, my man? Haplo Type Zero in the house. OG, what's good? Yeah,
But I mean, yeah, like I said, we're getting to a point in America where it's coming to a breaking point because I'll tell you this much. I'm just I laugh at people that mistake my calm demeanor for being a pushover. And anyone that knows me, like you do, they it's definitely a mistake because
Yeah, yeah. They don't want to do that. No. Yep.
because like this crap where like Box and Burger King were telling people to milkshake people, you
Yeah.
know, okay, it's a form of violence, plain and simple. Um, you might not physically be touching someone, but you're assaulting them with a food product. It's assault. And how they got away with this, I'd love to know how the hell they actually got away with it.
Right.
Because,
Right.
and the thing is, you know, here's our censorship at its best. They
Mm.
were telling them on Twitter to do it and they didn't get banned. And yet, if you or I are on Twitter and talking about something like this, we'd have our account deleted, right then and there.
Right. Yep. Facts. Mm. Yep. Yep. They would take our shit right away.
Yep.
You know, we just gotta. We just have to look through the shit where people are continuing to distract us, and this is on both sides. Like one side may seem more righteous than the other, but you got to also look at the righteous side as well. Like I said, nobody's brought up that point where and there are many other points that I can bring out that would just cut the jugular to many arguments that would shut these motherfuckers down. See, but the side that's deflecting all that bullshit, which is the right, don't want to do that because they too are in cahoots. So that way we can keep going back and forth with interest. They're trying to get our interest from our attention, you know, to our money, the interest of our money. Like they're trying to really pull us in, and what we have to do personally, like I would just stay the fuck out of it,
Well,
paying
this is
attention, but staying the fuck out of it.
this this is my thing because I don't like being pissed off. I don't like being pissed off at all because I've got a dark side to me, and when my dark side comes out, it's very, very, very dark and very demented. But what we need, you know, my God, all we need is people in office that actually have common sense.
Right,
I could care less if you're to the right or if you swing it a little to the left. We just need people that actually have what I call just common damn sense and that will actually go to work and try to get shit done and try to do what's actually best for this country instead of you know grapple and fight with each other all damn day and virtue signal all damn day. Oh, I'm such a good person. Because no, you're not. Shut the fuck up. you know and just do your damn job and do it right. you know um because I know, and I think most Americans know that your politicians, when they do go to Washington, they don't give a shit about you. I
they
mean,
don't, they don't.
they don't give a damn about you. Okay, they might be you know might actually really be concerned about the people in their district, but you as a person, they don't give a shit. I mean, you're one person, you're one voter, they don't give a damn about you. So we just need people with common sense to make what I call common sense decisions, and to start making some legislation that actually makes sense.
Right, right, exactly. But what makes sense to us, it benefits us, and to them, they don't want us to benefit. You know, they want to benefit, but without us benefiting. And it's kind of hard, but it's fucking ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. I also feel that Pelosi and Schumer, um, because they're in cahoots with Iran. I think they fabricated and ordered this shit to happen.
Yeah.
You know. because they were caught laughing today. There's a tweet going around by somebody that caught them out there laughing after the briefing about what happened. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't surprise me. Nothing surprises me anymore. I mean, and that's the sad thing. That's where society is right now because nothing happens now where I gasp at it. I mean, 20 years ago, I mean, I would have never thought I would be at the point right now where I'm so desensitized to stupidity.
Right, right.
But here we are now where something stupid happens and I'm like, yeah, normal everyday life now, you know.
Exactly. And if America wants me to give them a report card, I'll do so. I'll be more than happy to give you a fucking report card.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
my report card would be this. There's so many fucking people out there swearing that they're independent, swearing that they fucking, got life by the balls. But what's funny is there's a lot of fucking followers out there. They they
yeah.
they, they listen to the Black Lives Matter, Antifa, and it's all these people going around performing hate and racism just because you're getting paid. Yeah, you're still spreading hate. You
And
know.
see, it's
And
strange because
and
I
hold,
I can
I'm sorry. Hold on. And one more thing, that they're
yeah.
fucking dumb in their tools because you're being funded by a warmonger, okay, who goes by the name of George Soros. You stupid fucks. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, go ahead for a minute.
You know, you go. And these are facts. Exactly, Haplo. I mean, we hit that the war of masculinity. There's a lot of androgyny going on. Like real fast. You guys take a look at the new fucking Terminator poster. Oh God, that's like it looks like a girls' night out poster. And I don't mind a girls' night out poster, but come on, Terminator. Not even Arnold Schwarzenegger's in the poster, and he's in the movie. And then you got one girl who looks like a fucking teenage boy, bro. She look like a teenage fucking Justin Bieber, and it's a female with a 12-year-old chest. What the fuck is
Yeah.
going on?
Well, I I cannot call myself a conservative because um, you know, I so consider myself to be like a moderate because I lean towards the right, but at the same time, I have beliefs like I believe felons should always have their rights back after they complete their sentence.
After,
Um, yes, after. I also believe there should be certain welfare, programs put in place like food stamps and things for needy people. Like if you lose your job that you've worked at for like 15 years
if you
and
really
you're
need it, if you really
yeah,
fucking need it, and we know what categories those fall into. You know what I'm saying? We
yeah,
just can't have it just fucking collect the money and hang out and just you know what I'm saying? And
right.
no, yeah, I feel you.
That's what I'm saying. Things that actually make sense instead of, but the problem, you know, people take advantage of, you give an inch and they take a mile. I mean, and that's what's happening. It's what's been happening for God knows how long in America now. You give 1 inch and they take a mile. You've got women that will have 5, 6 kids so they can just sit around and collect welfare for the rest of their life because they've had all these children.
Yep.
And
And that's what any race. That's what
yeah,
any fall
yeah.
into any fucking race. You know what I mean? It falls to every race.
Yeah, it's not a black thing. It's not a white thing. It's not a Hispanic thing. It's anybody and everybody.
Yep.
I've seen rednecks take advantage of it, or
Asians,
all
I seen Jewish. Matter of fact,
yeah,
in New York City, there's some fucking Jewish fucking people that like these are rabbis and shit, and some of them are business owners, and they own like 3 or 4 stores, and they have like fucking 6 children. Meanwhile, their wives are on welfare, got food stamps. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. And I myself, out of all people, I love being called a racist. I just absolutely love being called a racist because I'm like, that's great. I served in the military, and all my subordinates were, let me think, oh yeah, they were black,
right?
or they were Latin, or none of my NCOs were white, and I was at these people's houses almost every day or night. These
Yeah,
are the people I drank with. These are the
yeah,
people I partied with.
yep.
These are the people that I, would have family engagements with. And then we served, when we deployed together, and we were a big family. Oh, yeah, I'm racist. But because I'm a white man, I'm automatically racist.
Right. That's fucking crazy. That's
I
fucking
mean, yeah,
and that's because they fucking they label it. The news, like I said, cocksucking lemon, and the rest of the fucking CNN and fucking the MSLSD channel and all the motherfuckers. MSHIV, them motherfuckers. They don't understand that the shit that they're spreading is fucking poison.
yeah,
Because they're going around saying what now white men are fucking, or anybody Caucasian is a fucking threat. Are you kidding
yeah.
me? Meanwhile, like I said before, you know, Don Cocksuck and Lemon is talking about white men are fucking a threat to people in America, but he goes home and sucks a white dick every day because his fucking boyfriend, his husband, is a fucking white guy.
Now, see, I don't know anything about his husband. The only thing I can think
Oh no,
about
there's
his
pictures
husband,
out there. There's pictures out there, bro. Fox, what's his name? Tucker Carlson. He put it up there and spoke about this.
all I can think, his husband has to be some like extreme beta guy. He's probably, is he like what I call one of those flaming, gays, because Don Lemon's definitely not a beta him. I mean, he's definitely not an alpha himself, but
I
I
see it like
think,
this. I see it like this. I think they take turns in the roles in the relationship. Like one day, 2 days, one to feel like the fucking woman and one to feel like the man. You know what I'm saying? I think they do that.
gotcha,
I think they do that type of shit.
gotcha.
You know what I mean? That's the only way I can map that shit out, bro. And it's gross, but it's not for me. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying the whole contradiction behind CNN and their whole agenda and the shit that they're trying to spew to everybody, trying to make everybody think that white men in America are fucking. I mean, are a threat to society. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Meanwhile, they want to talk about Trump is spreading hate. They want to talk about his supporters are fucking are deplorables, racist. And, but wait a minute, you guys are saying this, and you're not spreading hate.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on here? Are we in the twilight zone, fellas?
That's the way I feel every day now because, I mean, um, the far left talks about they're trying to be progressive, right? We're not progressing as a society. We are degressing now as a society. You
Yep.
know, um, the family units being torn apart by, these idiots now. Um, before we know it, the left is going to be telling us the sky is green when it's blue, and you better you better say the sky is green,
Yeah, well, fuck
and
those dudes because the only thing progressive about them is they can of soup, motherfuckers.
yeah.
My bad, my bad.
But yeah, it's getting to be that bad though, where because in California, um, you can get in trouble for misgendering someone or using the wrong pronoun, right?
Right, right. It's ma'am.
I'll be I'll be damned. I'd be in jail. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah, I feel
I'm
you,
I'm
bro.
I'm not calling a she a he, or I'm not going to call a he a she. You know, I'm going to look at a he and say, dude, you're a dude. You got a
Yep.
dick.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
plain and simple. You know, and I don't give a damn about your feelings. You know, go cry, but my facts say you're a dude.
Yep.
You are absolutely a dude.
And this shit that you can switch your gender at any will. They're trying to pass that shit. Okay, so if a transgender gets in my face, right, right, and I
Hmm.
decide, and his hands is its hands is in my face, and all of a sudden it touches my nose, and I just cock back and knock this motherfucker out. When I get arrested, look at the loophole in this shit. When I get arrested, you think I'm not gonna tell them I felt like a woman at that point, son?
Yeah.
Hey, hey, right, right. I felt like a woman. I felt terrorized. I was scared out of my mind that a fucking big linebacker with a wig wanted to hit me.
Well,
I
hell,
felt inferior. What the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? No, no. See, this is where they backfire. And a lot of things for people from the left, their shit is backfiring on them. You know, their laws and shit. They can't find a loophole on the way out. Just like that dossier shit. They put out the dossier. Now that there's no collusion, right? They put something else in front of it, trying to be smart about it. Now look, now they're being looked into, and now they're trying all this shit to
yeah.
evade, to duck and dodge. Nah, 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 man. I'm telling you, bro. These people are crazy, bro.
Well, hell, if I didn't have scruples, you know, to myself, my son here, he's 11, but once he gets to high school, I'd be like, come here, Cody. Here, put this wig on and act like you're a girl for the last 2 years of high school and um, go out there, play soccer or run track or something. You
You know what
know,
I'm saying? Like that shit is crazy. And this and what's with this what's with this era with this second place trophy shit? Like there's nothing to conquer. There's no incentive for nothing anymore. Nobody pushes no one to do nothing anymore with these fucking this young generation. Like they're a bunch of crybaby in the aisle motherfuckers all day. Like I don't understand it. Everything is bitch, 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 bitch. Like today's generation, the SJWs, look what they're doing to our culture, trying to
yeah,
transform it into theirs. What if you look at ours? Ours is so rich. If you look at the cultures before ours, which is our parents, so full of culture, so rich, right? Right? To the point that it transgressed into ours. So now we're supposed to pass it down to our kids, but our kids don't want to learn because
dude,
these people, it's crazy.
I'm, I'm telling you, I miss. Neither one of us were alive for it, but like the 1950s, um, a family was a family, and what I loved about that era so much was that if you went into town or got on an airplane, everyone in the family, they dressed appropriately. You
Yep.
know, they would have a tie on,
Yep.
you know, and they looked normal and they were respectful, you know. And America at the time, it was innovative. And I mean, there was what I call the golden time of America was the 50s.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now, you know, when you and I were growing up, you would never hear anyone just knock on the president like we hear day in and day out now. You and I, when we were growing up, it was like, okay, you might disapprove of what the president's doing, but that's the president, you
Like
know.
yeah, like if it was, it would be in certain private quarters. Like if you heard any bitching about the president, it came from somebody from your family, but it was in within the house. You know what I mean? It wasn't
Right.
like what's going on now. But of course people are gonna allude to, but it's social media. Well, we came from an era where we seen this shit uh you know be created, the internet become what it was. So wasn't as much as that, man. It's just these people with their laws and the way they just pulled the family value everything apart.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know now the kids like yo, peace to everybody, peace to the families, peace to the fathers who keep and the mothers who keep their families at a dinner table when it's dinner time, man, where everybody eats together and shit. You know what I'm saying? And still go out and does things and the tradition. Peace to y'all, man. God bless you.
well, I'll tell you this much. That's something I'm huge about. Um, when it comes to dinner, Dawn, Cody, and I, we sit at the table, and it's a family dinner. We talk as a family, and we eat as a family. Now, after dinner, he can go play and do whatever he wants, but it gives us a chance to all sit around and talk. I want to hear about his day, hear about Dawn's day. It gives us a chance to actually be a damn family.
Right, right, right. And it's just it's just the family values and shit. It's being shown from the people that have voted from the president. The values are still there. The religious values are still there. Go to church, whether you're Christian, Catholic, Muslim, or Protestant, whatever. But you're still able to have those freedoms as to these people want to make one religion, one. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. John, what's going on, John? You know, it's crazy, man. You know?
Well, explain this to me because maybe I'm out of the loop, and I've only seen this in like the past 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Um, the OK symbol. How all of a sudden did the OK symbol become a form of right wing God knows what?
Well, you know
Um,
what it is because since it's now in the open from this Illuminati shit, right? It's called deflection from the left, right? Um,
mm,
so now that symbol is when you do the OK, it's supposed to symbolize three sixes. You know what I mean?
mm,
So what they're trying to do now is trying to say that people that are doing that now, you're found out. So basically, the left is trying to stamp that, but they won't tell you exactly what it is because just like the dossier, it was supposed to be meant for one thing, but when you look behind it and the agenda behind as to why they put it up there, it's really another thing. So that's what the case is for that symbol. With they're trying to throw it to the left, but it's really them with that shit. I mean to the
yeah.
right, but it's really them with that shit, and some of them on the right, on that shit too, which are the rhinos, the fucking traitors, the ones that are going against the values that don't. What's up, Red Glove? You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
traitors, the ones that don't that are going for these baby abortion killings, and that's why I say, man, fuck asinine occasional cortex, man, fuck that donkey face bitch, and the rest of them white dress wearing bitches. Yeah, fucking standing there all proud because you was able to fucking pass the fuck out of here. You was able to pass a fucking bill, make it look like it's yourself. You got totally trolled by the president. Dumb fucking chicken face looking bitches.
Well, I'll tell that bitch right now, and Alyssa Milano, and all these dumbass damn women running around, talking about abortion rights. If I hear one more time, it's my body, I can do whatever, I want with it. Well, it is your body. You have the complete right to spread your legs anytime you want and, you know, um, get knocked up. But I'm sorry, once you're pregnant, it's not your body anymore.
That's what I'm saying. It's the babies. And at the same time, the decision, I can understand that. We can only stand by and support the decision they make, whether to keep it or terminate, of course. But of course, certain cases, you know, it gets to a point where these guys weaponize this, weaponize, the notion of okay, this is going to involve a lot of emotion, and we can control this. So if we can control their emotion, we got this. So this is what they do. So they weaponize it, and then once it becomes weaponized, it's their weapon. We're fighting against each other for it. Henceforth, all these fucking, fucking protesters and all this bullshit, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just crazy, brother. It's just crazy.
Yeah. I mean, um, there was a video that Maze had sent to me
Right.
that infuriated me when I had watched it, about these kids. I believe it was Berkeley College, um, in California, and they were being asked about the Constitution, and these smart ass STEM kids in college was like, I just don't believe in that document. I that document is not real.
See,
And
and fucking idiots.
I wanted to come through my screen and grab these kids by the throat and choke them out.
It's these kids. This is what I was talking about earlier. Okay, in the broadcast. Privileged, beta, soy boy, SJW generation, which is now. I don't even give a fuck if you are a hit to hip hop. You're still one of them. You know, and none of these people are none of these fucking kids. None of this. No offense to anyone, but it is what it is, man. No innovators. Nothing. So they're gonna continue with this shit. So all the rights and freedoms that they have, they think that they come out their mother pussy and they're just here you go without understanding that the reason why you have all these privileges is simply because people have sacrificed and laid their life on the line or a limb or limbs or something that they will never gain back in order for you to do what the fuck you're doing and say what the fuck you're saying. Even though what you're saying and what the fuck you're doing is wrong, you would not be able to do or say what the fuck you're doing that is wrong in another country, you fucking jackass, you little fucking silver spoon Ricky Schroeder replacement in the face ass motherfucker.
Well, like this, okay. You're a Bible believing man, right?
Of course.
Okay. Now, you do believe the Bible was written by man, right?
Of course.
But you also believe that
It was
it
guided
was
it was guided by angels.
divine inspiration that was given and the words were written, correct?
Right. Right. Correct.
Now, see, and to me, the Bible is a living, breathing book. It
Right.
it's a living book, right?
Right.
Now, see, I think the same thing of the Constitution.
Right.
The Constitution was divinely given to us, and especially the first 10 bills, the Bill of Rights. Um, we the the founding fathers, they were so instrumental on how they crafted the Constitution because it was all about freedom. You know,
Yeah.
everything was all about freedom, and they, the founding fathers, even you know, writing this, it said these rights aren't given by man; these are God-given rights. That are actually given from the Creator. It's not stuff that we're given to the people. These are God-given rights.
Right.
So how dare we, try to infringe on that? And that's where our Bill of Rights came from. And you know, it's under attack. I mean, these people, these left, these people on the far left, AOC, Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, all of, dude, they're they're dangerous. They're, in my opinion, demonic. Um, they're afraid of the light. I mean,
Yeah.
because as soon as you shine a light on them, any bit, they're loud as anything. I mean, they love to scream and kick their feet. Oh my God, I'm not getting my way. But as soon as you shine a light on them, they shut the hell up and they go crawl back into the corner.
Yep. That's all they do. That's all they do is kick and scream and act out, and that's what they're doing now. And it's so obvious. It's so obvious. And then you got the sellouts like the rhinos, which are flipping Republicans, that are You know, these motherfuckers as well. Then you got the news media who's bought by, you know, these fucking if you want to call them elites and shit, you know, they're just suppressing a lot of shit, to silence everybody. You know, they want you to just take the dick in the ass and just shut the fuck up. You know, and you know, you would have to be one to just take the dick in the ass and shut the fuck up. You know, to try to understand what they're saying. But good guys like John and myself, you know, we're gonna come on here. We're gonna let you know exactly what the fuck it is, along with our fellow friends who follow us, and we follow them as well. You know what I mean? And you know, everything we have said here tonight. You know, if I come back on with a video and I say I got like fucking two strikes or some shit, or you don't see this channel up, you already know. You know, I'll probably try to make another one, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? And you know, everybody that joined us tonight, man, you know, thanks for the knowledge that you've given us as well. You shared with us. Thank you for absorbing the knowledge that we have, even though we already knew that you guys knew about fucking like half of this shit, you know. And Maze says a few years ago, I didn't give a shit about flag burning. I considered it a right. That's what you wanted to do. Yeah, yeah. You know, a few years ago, no doubt. You know, Quran says, uh, the problem with people is that they have no clear idea what is right. Exactly, my brother. Exactly. They have no fucking clear idea. You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm going to wrap this up for the night. I got to work in the morning.
I got you, my brother. Me too, brother. No doubt. Everybody, you know, it's been a great pleasure, man. I hope you guys had fun with us tonight. You know, opening a can of whip ass on the left. And we just got to say this, man. You know, we're not going to judge your political and religious beliefs. You know, if you're our friend, we stand by you, you know, and we hope that you will give us that in return. But otherwise than that, if you try to disrespect, desecrate the servicemen and women of this country, the Constitution of the United States of America, any one of the citizens of the United States of America, what the United States of America stands for, you know, our freedoms and our beliefs, you know, and what we stand for. And if you think you're gonna come here and just take advantage and just say and do what the fuck you want without understanding and appreciating the sacrifice, then you know, we just gotta say, man, you can go fuck yourself. You can go fuck yourself, and you can expect millions of John and Jays, man, millions of mazes, millions of fucking Qurans, and haplotype zeros and red glove militants, you know, and Johns, you know, millions of us, bro, millions of us, a lot of us. You just gotta, you know, and Brian's, you know, you guys got to take it easy, man. You guys got to take it easy out there, and just understand that, you know, you know, some people will say some shit, some people will do some shit, but you should always remain silent, and you should always never, ever, ever judge a brother unless they force your hand, bro. Anything you want to say?
I'm I'm sick of PC culture, everyone. And all I can say is if we want to change, you know, we got to do ourselves. It
Yeah,
starts it starts at the house. It starts in the family unit. It starts with you teaching your children correctly.
right.
And you I've learned the hard way. You need to investigate what they're teaching your children at school. And if you don't like what you're seeing, it's time to pull them out and put them somewhere else. But we have to take a stand somewhere. I will never ever ever condone violence in any form or fashion, especially when it comes to stupid shit like politics. But if people do get in your face and they do assault you, you do have the right to retaliate. You know,
Yeah,
um, you do have that right. So just, you know, I know we need to stay meek and mild, but at the same time, guys, we can't just lay down. We can't lay down and just let everything happen to us, or we're going to be living in a communist nation 20 years from now. We
Yep.
have to take a stand. So, with that being said, I just say, you know, we got to lift our prayers to the Creator and hope He has mercy on us and that He actually brings about change.
Yep. That's right, man. So with that being said, man, John, my brother, God bless you. God bless all the fellas that have joined us in the chat. And no doubt, man, keep the faith, man, and stay out the matrix. God bless.
Amen, brother. Good
God
night,
bless.
guys.
Good night, brother. God bless. Stay vigilant. Peace.